Incest, a word that carries immense weight. It makes us uncomfortable and uneasy. The word itself is hard to say. It feels like a bitter pill stuck in our throats. It feels tainted, like a secret we wish to ignore. A shadow lurking in our minds. But incest is a painful truth for many. It's a hidden agony affecting countless lives. It happens in homes worldwide, hidden behind closed doors and cloaked in shame. Families that seem perfect may hide dark secrets. This is an age-old issue, ignored and hidden for generations. It's a breach of trust, a betrayal of innocence that leaves deep scars. The emotional damage can last a lifetime. We avoid discussing incest. It's taboo and uncomfortable. But our discomfort is nothing compared to the victim's suffering. We can't remain silent. Silence allows abuse to continue unchecked. Every time we look away, another person suffers in silence, feeling isolated and abandoned. It's time to bring these hidden stories into the open. It's time to break the taboo and start discussing incest. To create a safe environment for victims to share their experiences. Victims often suffer in silence, afraid of the consequences of speaking out. They fear they won't be believed and dread the backlash from their families and communities. They blame themselves, trapped in guilt and shame. They wonder if they did something to deserve this. This silence protects the abusers and allows the abuse to continue. We need to break this silence. We need to give victims a voice and let them know they are not alone. We need to create a safe space for victims to come forward without fear of judgment. We need to listen to their stories, believe them, and offer support. This includes counseling, legal help, and other resources. This is about protecting our communities and our future. By addressing incest, we can create a safer, more compassionate world for everyone. Incest means sexual relations between family members. This includes parents and children, siblings, and extended family. The effects are serious, impacting individuals, families, and society. This includes blood relatives and sometimes those related by marriage or adoption. Legal definitions vary, but the idea is the same. These relationships are harmful. Laws aim to protect people from physical, emotional, and psychological damage. Definitions vary across cultures and legal systems, but the principle is the same. Sexual relationships within the family are wrong. Societies have their own ways of addressing and penalizing incest, reflecting their values. Despite differences, incest is seen as a violation of social norms. The incest taboo is nearly universal. Anthropologists find incest prohibitions in almost every society, from ancient times to today. This suggests it is deeply rooted in human nature and social organization. It's present in almost every society throughout history. Ancient cultures like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans had laws against incest. These prohibitions were linked to maintaining social order, family honor, and preventing inbreeding. Ancient civilizations recognized the harm of incest and had strict laws against it. These laws were enforced with severe penalties. The ancient Greeks, for example, saw incest as a crime against the gods and punished it harshly. Religious texts often condemn incest. Major religions like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism have clear prohibitions. These teachings reinforce social and legal norms, providing a moral framework against incest. Why is incest so taboo? The reasons are complex, involving biological, social, and psychological factors. Understanding these reasons helps us see the depth of the incest taboo. There are biological reasons. Genetically, incest increases the risk of harmful mutations and disorders. Close relatives are more likely to carry the same recessive genes, leading to inherited diseases. Incestuous relationships increase the risk of genetic disorders in offspring. Studies show children from incestuous unions are at higher risk of disabilities and health issues. This biological risk is a key reason why incest is discouraged. But the taboo goes beyond biology. It's also about the social and psychological impact on individuals and families. Incest disrupts family functioning, leading to betrayal, confusion, and trauma. It undermines trust and respect in family relationships. It's about protecting the family structure, maintaining social order, and safeguarding children. Families are the building blocks of society, and incest threatens their stability. By prohibiting incest, societies aim to preserve the family unit and ensure children grow up safely. Incest disrupts the family hierarchy. It blurs the lines between family roles, creating confusion and conflict. For example, a parent engaging in incest violates their role as a caregiver, leading to a breakdown in the family structure. It blurs the lines between love and abuse, trust and betrayal. Incestuous relationships often involve a power imbalance, leading to coercion, manipulation, and abuse, causing lasting harm to the victim. The power dynamics in family relationships make genuine consent nearly impossible. Victims may feel pressured to comply, even without true consent. This lack of genuine consent is a key reason why incest is harmful. This is especially true for children, who are vulnerable and dependent on family for care. Children lack the maturity to make informed decisions, making them susceptible to exploitation. Protecting children is a fundamental reason for the incest taboo. Incest has always been a secret topic. Families hid it, treating it as a horror. Just mentioning it was terrifying. Historical records show societies ignored or suppressed discussions about it. It was a hidden taboo, buried deep in society. Families kept these secrets, hoping they would never be revealed. The shame and stigma were so strong that even victims stayed silent. This silence allowed the abuse to continue, creating a cycle of secrecy and suffering. But the internet changed that. Now, information is easily accessible. What was hidden is now just a few clicks away. The internet's anonymity encourages people to seek and share content that was once unthinkable. Today, a simple search can lead to incest-themed pornography. This content is often just a click away, hidden behind innocent search terms. Search engines and social media algorithms can lead users to more explicit and disturbing content. This easy access is dangerous. It exposes young minds to harmful content, normalizing damaging behaviors. Parents often don't know the extent of this problem, leaving children vulnerable. Discovering such content can have lasting psychological effects. It normalizes incest, making it seem like just another sexual act. The more people see this content, the more desensitized they become. What was once shocking starts to seem normal. This normalization is dangerous and can lead to more real-life abuse. It desensitizes viewers, blurring the lines between right and wrong. Constant exposure can warp an individual's sense of morality, making it hard to distinguish between acceptable and unacceptable behavior. This desensitization affects not just individuals, but society as a whole. For vulnerable individuals, it can lead to real-life abuse. Those at risk may be drawn to this content. The internet's anonymity and sense of community make it easier for them to act on harmful desires. The internet has become a breeding ground for incest fantasies. Online chat rooms and forums allow people to share and explore these fantasies without fear of judgment. The dark web offers secrecy and security for this content. Online communities for incest role-playing and fantasy are growing. These communities provide acceptance, making it easier for individuals to justify their desires. As these communities grow, these behaviors become more normalized. These spaces create acceptance and encouragement for harmful desires. Supportive comments and shared experiences make individuals feel validated, further entrenching harmful behaviors. The sense of community makes it hard to break free from these patterns. This isn't just about free speech or adult entertainment. This content poses a real danger to vulnerable people. It's our responsibility to address this issue. This is about protecting people from harm. Normalizing incest content has far-reaching consequences. We must protect the vulnerable and stop this harmful content from spreading. Incest pornography fuels a dangerous fantasy. It perpetuates harmful behaviors, making it harder to address abuse. The impact affects individuals and communities. We need to take this seriously and curb its spread. This means stricter regulations, more awareness, and support for those affected. Only by working together can we create a safer society. The stories are heartbreaking. A young girl, abused by her father who was addicted to incest pornography. A teenage boy, forced by his older brother to act out scenes from videos they watched. These are not rare cases. They are the result of a society that allows incest pornography. Law enforcement and child protection agencies report more cases where incest pornography led to real abuse. The line between fantasy and reality blurs, with terrible consequences. One case involved a man who, after years of watching incest pornography, abused his own daughter. He said the pornography made him think his actions were okay. These stories show the real danger of incest pornography. It's not just fantasy. It can destroy lives and tear families apart. If you or someone you know is affected by these issues, seek help immediately. Subscribe to Taboo for more in-depth explorations of difficult topics. Together, we can break the silence.